Myth busting! But can you spot the faked result? We've thrown 3 faked experiment results into the mix without revealing which ones they are. So far, only the best players have been able to spot them. Is it really impossible to burn netherite items? Guess how you make animals float with a name tag? And do ravagers have a hidden weakness? Put your Minecraft knowledge to the test as we dive into more Minecraft myths. Zombies have a small chance of turning giant when struck by lightning. As this chance is extremely small, testing this was a lot of There we go, and when I say giant, I mean really, really big. Like yo mom. And they're not just big, they're also pretty tough to take down. So, you'll want to be careful if you come across one. But don't worry, the chance of a zombie being hit by lightning is pretty tiny in and of itself. Myth confirmed though. What happens when we jump into a cauldron filled with water from a height of over 100 blocks? We'll find out soon. But first, here's another myth I found. You can repair your shield with wood planks. You usually repair items by placing 2 of the same together in an anvil, like so. Let's see if shields are any different though. Wow, okay. Yeah, that one works. This myth is confirmed. Naming an axolotl Jeb _ makes it change colors. Well, this one works for the sheep just like this, so why shouldn't it work for the different colored axolotls out there? Here we go, and nope. Busted. Wondering if you're catching the faked results? Don't worry. At the end of the video, I've got a hint hidden in plain sight that's gonna be revealed. If the crossbow of a pillager is broken, he can't harm you anymore, and you can even keep him as your friend. Now, why would you want to have a pillager as a friend? He attacks us and kills villagers, even the cute little children, and all they ever say is, maybe having him as your friend could teach you to enjoy the company of these gray devils. There's only one way to find out if that's possible though, so let's test it. And there goes his crossbow. Now the moment of truth. And nothing. He doesn't attack us. Well, that's strange, but not so tough now, eh? Are we good? Did you let all your anger out? Are we friends? And now, to make sure it doesn't despawn, we can name the pillager with a name tag. Myth confirmed. When you kill a chicken or cow with a weapon that has a flame enchantment, you get cooked chicken or beef. Sorry, chicken, this is for science. Nope, it isn't cooked. Let's try again. Nope, still not. And the same is true for the cow. But wait, that's because flame is a bow enchantment. There we go, it works. Almost had you there. In snowy biomes, the leaves on the trees turn white. Busted. Still green under the snow. But wait, these leaves turn white, but in the bedrock version of the game only. Come on, Mojang, we need parity. So, confirmed, I guess. There are brick pyramids in Minecraft on these coordinates. X502, Z553. We're at spawn now. Move 500 blocks south and then 500 east, and we're at the exact coordinates. No brick pyramid is visible. Myth debunked. Or is it? You see, these pyramids were found in Minecraft at these exact coordinates, but that was in an old version of the game. The pyramid was completely solid and was 64 blocks tall. So, if you were to mine every single brick block, you'd get 5,000 plus stacks of bricks, which is roughly around 300,000 brick blocks. That's more than 100. So, historically true, but let's call it busted. Now, back to the cauldron myth I teased earlier. Not as cool as the 1,000 plus blocks of TNT for one of the upcoming myths, but here we go. The myth states that you don't take fall damage if you land in a cauldron of water. Have a guess at what happens. Here we go. Nope, we died. And even if somehow we managed to fall right into the water and not on the edge, we still die. The water doesn't actually decrease fall damage from any height. Myth busted. Llamas will follow their master, creating a caravan. Llamas are often ridden in caravans through the desert, but can you do the same in Minecraft? Let's put this one to the test. I've tamed these 2 llamas, Alice and Bob. Let's lead Alice, and yes, Bob follows. All right, let me recheck. Let's just get some more llamas in the mix. I want to make sure Bob wasn't just following Alice to give her a taste of his infallible charm and stunning-looking ears. Yep. Oh wow, this one works. This is so cool. It looks even cooler when you put these carpets on the llamas. And it's actually useful, because you can add chests to them, meaning you'll have loads of storage following you around. Myth confirmed. Baby piglins never grow up. Okay, this one is so obviously false. They do grow up. Where do you think piglins come from? Every other baby mob in the game does, right?
2 hours later.
Dang, I didn't see that coming. These baby piglins are totally stuck in kitty mode. They just don't want to grow up. Netherite items burn if they're in a shulker box. So netherite doesn't burn, but shulker boxes do. So if you have netherite items in a shulker box, the package would burn, but would the items survive? I'd honestly be surprised if they thought about this over at Mojang. And wow, that's amazing. They really did add that in. If you place blocks around a sapling, it'll create a giant tree variant. You might have wanted big trees in your builds before. If this works, then you'll have a much easier time getting them in the future. All right, there goes the sapling, and here's our bone meal. Oh, it works! This myth has been confirmed. Make sure you don't use too much bone meal, though. Can honey blocks save a mob from a deadly falling anvil? It's time to put this sweet theory to the test. Now, honey blocks are known to be sticky and slow down anything that dares slide on them. And I've heard that they could even save this poor chicken from a nasty thing up here, as long as the honey is right next to the falling anvil. First, we let the anvil free fall onto the chicken without any honey blocks. Let's just say it wasn't pretty. Rip chicken. Next up, we added some honey blocks to the mix and dropped the anvil again. But alas, the honey didn't work its magic as promised, and the chicken still met its doom. Are we sure it doesn't work though? Okay, maybe on the 5th attempt. Nah, doesn't seem to get anything done. But hey, at least now we have some chicken to snack on. Placing a campfire under a beehive stops them from getting aggressive. So let's put this thing to the test. First, let's check if the bees are chill with us taking their honey. And as expected, they are not. We are greeted with some nasty stings. But now for the moment of truth. Will the campfire trick actually work? Let's light this baby up and see what happens. Wow, yeah, it actually does. It's very similar to the behavior of bees in our real world, where beekeepers smoke out hives when extracting honey. Myth confirmed. Rain falling on lava has a chance of forming obsidian. All right, let's get straight to it. Here comes the rain, and yes, wow, it does turn the lava into obsidian. Oh man, this will be really helpful on my next playthrough. Confirmed. On to the next one. A red mushroom becomes a brown mushroom when you strike it with lightning. We've got our trusty lightning rod and a mushroom right here. And drum roll, it does work. We now have a brown mushroom. Looks like this myth is confirmed. You can even shear them and get the brown mushroom type. Renaming a mob to gravity _ will make them float. You might know that there are various Easter eggs in Minecraft, such as when you name a sheep Jeb, it turns into an RGB light, and when you name a mob Dinnerbone, it becomes upside down. This should just be another one of those. We've got our trusty cow here and a name tag. Let's give it a try. And look at that, the cow's now floating up in the air. It seems that renaming a mob to gravity does indeed make them float. Now, I know looking out your window and seeing floating cows might not be the most picturesque view or even practical. I mean, how are you going to milk them? But hear me out. It could make for some interesting item transportation. I mean, just think about it. Llamas can be equipped with chests on their backs. It's like having your very own floating storage unit. You can even carry it around with a lead like a balloon. Minecraft is weird. When we try to sleep in the nether, for some reason, our bed explodes. Like, why would our bed explode? Was it stuffed with TNT or something? Anyway, this myth states that villagers can sleep in the nether, unlike us. So we're in the nether, and we brought a courageous villager with us. Let's see if they can sleep in this dangerous dimension. And it looks like they can. Despite the fiery surroundings, the villager calmly lays down on a bed and dozes off. So yes, it's confirmed that villagers can sleep in the nether. How they're able to do it without being incinerated by the flames is still a mystery, but it's impressive nonetheless. Now, if only we could learn their secrets and get some rest in this hellish place too. If you kill a zombie piglin in one hit, no other piglins get aggro. Usually, when you hurt a zombified piglin, its friends will come after you. I would love to be able to slay these zombie piglins without worrying about getting attacked for once, you know? Yep, it works alright. Zombie piglins approve of humane executions. Myth confirmed. If you rename a rabbit to Toast, it'll change color. Let's try it. Well, what do you know? It actually worked. This one was actually added by the developer who was working on rabbits. He wanted an Easter egg that turned rabbits into his girlfriend's lost rabbit named Toast. Sad, but also heartwarming. Ravagers are afraid of rabbits. Ravagers are afraid of rabbits. It looks like we won't be replacing iron golems with rabbits anytime soon to protect ourselves from ravagers. We tested the myth, and sadly, it didn't work. So it's official. Myth busted. But this did used to work in earlier snapshots, when they were still testing out the features. Back then, it wasn't even called a ravager. The official name was Illager Beast, and it just seemed weird that an animal so large could be scared off by a measly little rabbit, but it would be classic Minecraft. Like the cat and the creeper. You could break bedrock with TNT. A lot of TNT. Breaking bedrock? We can already do that using some pistons. But have you heard about using TNT? Well, don't even bother testing it out because you'll need a lot of TNT.
Like, a lot.
And my potato PC can't handle all that destruction. The reason why it's not feasible to break bedrock with TNT is because of the blast resistance that every block has. For bedrock, it's a whopping 18 million. Just for comparison, by dirt, the setting is only 0.5. So yeah, bedrock is pretty tough. But yes, technically you can break it using TNT, you just need more TNT than any Bond villain could ever dream of. So, technically, I guess the myth is confirmed. But in practicality, busted. Did you spot the faked results? Here's a hint. All the myths with faked results had a birch sapling in the background of at least one of the scenes. Go back and see if you guessed correctly, or watch this next myth busting with a twist video.